Entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I'll second. We already
Any
did that.
discussion?
No, we already
We need to
did
go
that.
back into public
All
meeting.
those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion to go back into our regular meeting at 8:16.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, old business. Operating agreement between the town and KWWA.
We need to make a motion for an executive session.
We need to do that again.
We have to, Ruth, don't we have to make those
Yes.
outside of an executive session?
Yeah, you had to give that direction.
I move that we have,
Hold on a minute. All right, we've made the right motions, right? In and out of executive
Yes.
and back into regular meeting.
Yes.
So, okay. Go ahead.
okay. I move that we direct Ruth to revise the KWWA operating agreement.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, same sign. Okay,
We'll have
motion.
that, we'll have that draft by the next meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then we have that other one.
I'll make the motion that we via
Oh,
mail certified and other mail, reach out to our former town attorney.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
okay. So we can,
A proposal. If you're ready,
RFP.
yes,
for the town comprehensive plan update.
yes. You guys will remember, right, we asked for an administrative grant from DOLA to update our comprehensive plan that hasn't been done, I think, since 2004, 2005. We put out an RFP for a qualified firm or individual that would be able to do that update to our comprehensive plan. We had one response, but from a very good company, Kimley Horn. They came into our office to meet us face to face. They have done a lot of work with Albert County, so they're very familiar with Kiowa. They did some updating of their comprehensive plan over there with Albert County. Kiowa is in Albert County. They're the county seat, so we played a part in that comprehensive plan for the county. So they have a lot of the information they're going to need for that already, readily available to them. And they already have those networking connections with Albert County to work with them on this.
So we are awarded a grant to do all this?
We were awarded a $25,000 administrative grant from DOLA. And we have to match that with another $25,000. So essentially, we have a budget of $50,000 for this project. This is their proposal on what they can do to update our comprehensive plan. It's an extensive process. It involves community meetings, lots of research.
Okay, so is there some place that says what they're charging for
Yeah,
this?
page
$50,000.
6.
And six.
And that's half grant and half town. You're going.
So the purpose of this comprehensive plan is going to lay out what we're doing good, what we're doing bad. And these are used a lot when we're going to look for grants. They're going to look and see what's our vision, where are we wanting to go, what do we need to do? Help us prioritize issues that stick out with the town. We all know what a lot of them are, but it helps us prioritize those.
So it's spread out over.
Yes, it's a process. So you probably, if I had to guess, because I was part of the committee that helped the school do their master planning, and that took a whole year. From beginning of the year to the end, and they finished it, finally spit out a finished product.
Now it says future land use plan. What does that include?
Well, they know that we're kind of landlocked by Malone, but they take a look at what we do have available to us. What do we have as far as abandoned properties, you know, or properties that haven't been developed yet? They're gonna look at this property down here. That crowd was doing, yeah, or the property up by the water tower and, they're gonna make their recommendations or, whatever they do as far as proposals and
When you say
how those play.
recommendations, set it in stone on the amount of land per house or square footage, or just this is what you can do with this piece of property?
Recommendations in terms of trying to get use, whether,
Yeah,
you know, things that are beneficial to both the town and as well as the residents in the area. When they got a brand in their head, they'll say we need a hardware store. You can buy 2x4s and plywood in Elbert County. You can buy Kiowa, Colorado, be a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it would be. So we'd have to run down to Parker,
Yeah,
you know?
so I mean, things like that.
Okay, what is, I hopefully everyone had a chance to cruise through the proposal for the town comprehensive plan. Kimberly, do we have budgeted money for that?
yes. We have our,
So is the RFP, or their response to the RFP consistent with the grant money? Like it's not to exceed?
not to exceed $50,000, yes. And they're aware that we have that grant from DOLA.
Okay. So I just want to look at that proposal just to make sure we get the complete plan. When you have a chance.
It's in that packet I sent Ruth.
Okay.
Would you like a motion?
I would love a motion, so we can get started on it, because again, this is a situation where the money's been granted to us, but we're not spending it yet.
I'll make a motion that we accept the bid presented to us. Emily form.
No second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Okey doke. That was pretty easy.
We gave y'all a break for quite a while on the policies that we're putting in place. And those are some
I
that
noticed we have a lot of.
I was able to finalize.
Has everybody gotten a chance to take a look at them?
We better have, that's why we sent out the agenda early.
I like to do a blanket motion to accept policies 22-033, compensation salary work schedule, 22-036, compensation salary increment weather emergency closings, 22-37, compensation salary teleworking, 22-51 benefits HIPAA policy procedure, 22-52 streets and roads inspection program, 22-54 safety lotto program, 22-55 code enforcement, and 22-57 general policy of records retention.
We have a motion on the floor.
I'll second that.
We have a second. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, do we have a public hearing?
No,
No,
Public hearing. Discussion on a communication from Elbert County regarding mill levy discussion.
I don't know how many of you were aware of this, but early last month, when everything exploded with the property taxes doubling for the entire county. Albert County put out that they would be coming to the table with all of the municipalities in Albert County to try to work out with them a way that we could possibly lower our mill levies to give some relief to the citizens. Our mill levies are only 13, just so you guys are aware. But they did this and then sent us a letter inviting us. There's no fair warning that they were gonna put this out there to the community. So this meeting is coming up at 1 o'clock on June 21st at the fairgrounds. There are 51 of us taxing entities, which would also include all of the special districts as well. So that would be independents and all of those that are also pulling off of all those taxes. They're requesting us at the table at the fairgrounds on June 21st to discuss this. So I want to make you guys aware of this. I myself have to go. I think it would be beneficial and it would give a good perception from the town if we had board members there speaking as well.
Well, that's like a Wednesday, isn't it?
It's Friday.
It's Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, that's June.
Yeah, Wednesday.
You said June 21st at 1 PM.
Yes.
I will try my level best.
Okay, I have a question, so. Our mill levy at 13
13.17.
is our operating money for the most
That's
part.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have no other than building,
We have franchise.
yeah.
We have
franchises.
sales tax.
Yeah,
Um,
but if we reduce our mill levy, it'd be a little bit difficult with our budget to
Mhm.
yes, it would be.
continue on.
At this point, we rely on all of our revenue to
Right,
sustain this
Everything.
town.
right.
Yeah. So I don't know what the county commissioners are thinking.
I think we ought to go to the meeting and hear them out.
All right, let's go to the meeting.
Ruth, did you have any input on this letter? I think at one point you and I discussed this and you questioned the legality.
So from the legislature has been trying to deal with the impact of the increased real estate assessment for 2023 taxes. And then reducing the mill levy rate has been floated about and on many levels with many jurisdictions, the governor, and it's really gotten no traction a lot of times in most jurisdictions. First of all, probably includes having a vote to do it. You could do it as an emergency measure, but most communities are gonna, or taxing districts are gonna choose to keep that revenue. They're not going to refund it. They're not going to see this reduction on the mill. And, I think for Elbert County, I could be wrong, but what I read was the increase in assessed valuation is between 20 and 30%. Is that right? For all of you who got your new
Yeah,
tax?
I think there's
So-
some of the it's actually doubled for them.
Yes, I've seen that.
So where I live in Eagle County, the assessed valuation more than doubled for most people. And there's, no serious discussion of reducing the mill. So my guess is at this meeting, it will end up the same way. That, these taxing districts, like the school or fire, whomever, are gonna be unwilling to reduce this potential revenue coming in because their costs have gone up as well. So,
They've left the schools out of this, Ruth. They've left the schools and others that might have contractual or voter limitations of some sort out of this.
What was the bill that the governor just signed?
Well, because the state runs the school district, so the county really doesn't have any ability, you know, to effectuate that. It'll be interesting, but my guess is they will follow suit like everyone else has done and just retain the money, you know?
I think it's more of a symbolic gesture.
That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I read somewhere where Elbert County is joining several other counties
Yeah,
in the state and are they suing or trying to appeal
yeah,
or
there's,
something?
the governor's trying to get rid of Tabor or go around.
Yeah, oh, yes, yeah,
So
I know that,
they're using this to do
right,
it. Yeah, I mean, it's all smoke and mirrors and
yeah,
chicken
yeah.
deal, but, I think we ought to go and see what they.
Yeah, I'll do my best to get it, yeah,
So it says that they
arrange
want
one.
an RSVP by tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll give them an RSVP.
You can put me down.
yeah, put me down if.
Don't put me down, I'll be in Nebraska.
Yeah, unless they provide childcare.
Come on, man.
Come on, Bailey.
We got a closet.
Yeah, that might be.
Like their mom.
Okay, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second? I'll second that. Thank you. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. I agree. Okay, we're out. 8:33.
I will not be. at next